The ongoing contract stalemate between the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons to the new twist, guys. Jerry Jones traded the best young defensive player in the NFL, 26-year-old edge rusher, and perennial defensive player of the year candidate Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. In return, Jerry got 2 first-round picks that will likely be at the bottom half of the draft order, a starting defensive tackle in Kenny Clark, who turned 30 in 5 weeks, and the right to not pay Parsons a record-setting contract for a defensive player. The money that he's talking about, Parsons signed a $188 million deal with $136 million in guarantees. That's $47 million per season. Average isn't just quarterback money. It's top 12 money league-wide, with only 11 quarterbacks making more money than Micah Parsons. Yes. Weezy.
Yes, so.
Did Jerry Jones do the best thing for the Dallas Cowboys?
In his words, yeah, but I think Jerry got. I think Jerry got Michael. I said Michael. I got Michael Parsons stood up to the bully. He stood up to the bully. Stood up to Jerry Jones. They went toe to toe, and Michael won his part of the trade. But because Jerry Jones, I don't understand what Jerry missed or why Jerry didn't want to pay. He said they had a handshake deal. That don't work. I can't go and say, all right, let's do this deal, and not even bring my agent in the building. I'm just not going to do that.
Yep.
That'll be a bad business move for me. Like, and Michael Parsons, 12 sacks a year for the last 3 years.
4
years. That's 56 total sacks.
That's a quick man.
Yeah, it's 56 total sacks.
No.
I'm finna ask Coach whether I'm right too.
No, I know it wasn't right, but I think
yeah,
quick man.
But he was 50-some sacks, and it's 50-some sacks.
Yeah, it averaged at 12.
But he
12.
averaged 12 sacks a year.
Yeah.
And so, but you signed 12 sacks a year. Michael Parsons is a top 3 player in his position.
Oh, on his side of the ball.
Yeah.
He's top 3 players on the side of the ball.
And so, but you signed Dak to the highest. He's he ain't top. Some people say he ain't top 10.
He top 10. He's top 10 quarterback.
You signed.
He not top 5.
He top 10 now.
He top 10.
Yeah.
He top 10.
Then you signed.
No.
You signed 88
$34 million
to one of the highest. Is he top 5?
Yeah, he top 5.
He
top 5.
But you don't
he number
sign,
5, but he top 5.
But you don't sign the best top 3 to the deal. I don't get that.
Yeah, it don't make sense. Chill.
All right. I'm going the other way on this. You got to pay Dak because you have to have a quarterback. Because God forbid you roll out there with Cooper Rush. You can't roll out there with Color Rush jersey as your quarterback. You can't do that. And you got to give your quarterback a weapon. So you got to pay CD. I get it. And no, I do not believe if I was the general manager or owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I trade Micah Parsons. But if I'm Jerry Jones and I feel like I had a deal in place with you and I shook your hand and you go back and change that deal for whatever it feels, whatever happened, I understand that that your representation wasn't there, so it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean a hill of beans, but the handshake does. But I understand why Jerry Jones did this, because for him, he is the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones, that's his team. He the representation of a cowboy. He thinks he's a real life cowboy. Like, this is him. So he could not let this happen. He could not pay Micah Parsons and still stand on what he stands on as the owner of that team. So I get it. Now, should he have gotten more from Micah Parsons? Probably. Yeah, that's what I say. But I understand why he traded him, though.
Coach?
He definitely should have got more from Micah Parsons, but it's wild that Michael Parsons is making more than Pat Mahomes makes on a yearly basis. That's crazy. But in true Jerry Jones fashion, he don't think he was wrong and told the media, and I quote, "I suggest that we get ahead and run the ball. We've gained a Pro Bowl player in the area Cowboys had concerns in. We need to stop the run. We haven't been able to stop the run in key times for several years." I agree with you saying, Jeff, but this is what's wrong with Jerry Jones. He doesn't grow with the times. Yes, in the 80s and late 80s, early 90s, a handshake would fly. But now you can't do that. So even if y'all had that deal, tell him, hey, make sure your agent is here. But see, Jared does that because he know he can take advantage of people if their agent is not in there, or he can get these players for less money if he can do to negotiate without an agent being there. So that's why he did that. But I just don't think I'm not paying Micah Parsons to be on that team because he probably would have got him for less if he hadn't stretched it out as much. Pause.
Yep.
He wouldn't have tried to bust his head as much for much money. So I think that all played a part in it.
Yep. The thing about this, it all started because of $3 million. So in January, Jerry Jones listed him as a linebacker. Well, if you are a franchise tag linebacker, you get $21 million. But he's an edge rusher. So he was supposed to get $24 million. Trying to save $3 million on Micah Parsons was the straw that broke the camel's back. Then right after that, like we mentioned 5 times, you can't negotiate a deal without somebody's agent because Jerry was trying to sign a 5-year, $202 million contract. And what he signed was a 4-year, $188 million contract. If you look at the way that contracts are set up, on the 5th year, he would have been in a situation where he was been a little too old. On 4 years, you can still negotiate and get one more big contract. And that's why you get David Mulugeta as your representation as far as an agent. Now, this is Reggie White all over again for the Green Bay Packers. In 1993, you got Reggie White. You bring him in at a high level, and you compete for a championship. That draft pick doesn't really matter. Just like Les Snead said, fuck them picks if you have a chance to actually win a Super Bowl. And Jerry Jones is so stupid as an owner that you traded away your best place as far as an asset to, and he said in the documentary, I would pay anything for a championship. And he just did not pay anything for a championship contender. They're not a contender, guys. No. With Micah Parsons or without, but they're a better chance of winning with Micah Parsons.
Define contender for me.
They can't win the division.
Well, nobody's being Philly nowhere.
I think Washington has a chance to beat them. They have a chance.
Dallas is better than Washington.
No, man. Jerry Jones thinks he's this master negotiator, which he probably was, like Weezy mentioned, in 1988. Things have changed, dog. You had zero leverage to pay Zeke. You waited to the last minute. Guess what? You had to pay him $90 million. You waited the last minute to pay Dak. You had to pay him $60 million. You waited the last chance for CD. You had to pay him $34 million. If you're ahead on any of those and go ahead and get it out of the way, you would have saved so much money that this Micah Parsons deal wouldn't even hurt you as much.
And here's the thing. The way that he does free agents, the way he waits, it's never failed him. This one failed him.
Yeah.
I don't think it failed him, though.
No, this is a fail, just.
No. He signed Dak last year, 2 days before the season started, and gave Dak that money.
When I say failed him, I'm talking about his bottom line. Like, on the football field, that team, to be fair, this is just me, that team, this doesn't impact their win-loss shares by anything.
That's bullshit.
It does not. It does not. It does not.
How many guys? No.
Let me land.
You talking about the bottom line that they didn't fail them? Well, shit, I got.
How many games they gonna win?
Huh?
How many games Dallas gonna win?
8.
Micah Parsons
without
7.
How many were they gonna win with him?
10.
Ain't no way. They gonna win that same. I guarantee you, they win the same amount of games that they were gonna win without Micah Parsons.
Him doing
this is not my quarterback,
bro.
This is not. Go ahead.
Him doing the nasty holdout. If he could have got Dak for 42. He franchise tagged him twice. He could have got CD for 22. He franchise tagged him trying to negotiate and get, bro, that money right there, that $13 million, that $10 million is the money that you need to go and get a contender. He's an old man that's still negotiating in 1993, and he's the reason that the Cowboys won't ever compete for anything.
Jim, my bad. When the game's close, it's 3 players in the NFL on the defense side of the ball that can win you games. Mm-hmm. That's TJ Watt. He can make a strip sack fumble that can win you the game. Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm. Push back. 3rd and 1. They got Derrick Henry. I got Micah Parsons. Who wins? Exactly. He can't stop the run.
They not playing Derrick Henry,
but what I'm saying is, you talking about if a game is on the line, who gonna make the play? Micah Parsons can't stop the run. That's the reason why Dallas Cowboys.
You said 3rd and 1. What if it's 3rd and 6 and Micah Parsons coming around the edge?
Micah Parsons is somebody that will affect every snap that he's in.
What I'm saying is my team better with having him on it? Of course. I wish he would have went to Buffalo. right? But if I'm Dallas, am I looking like it's doom and gloom right now this season? Absolutely not.
It's doom and gloom.
Absolutely.
It's doom and gloom.
Well, only reason
You
it's not
7-10 with him last year.
you're disappointed,
You
but only
7-10
reason
with no quarterback. That's
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So if you get Dak and Michael, you probably 11 and you going with 11, huh?
yeah.
But you winning. Kansas City did the same thing, and what happened?
It's not doom and gloom.
They
because
went
the
broke, but
season
what
hasn't
happened?
Started, but
On the Super
this-
Bowl.
going to the season, you feel a little bad. You ain't got Micah back there.
Stupid, Jips.
What I'm saying, all I'm saying is you want Micah Parsons on your team. I want to make sure I get this point out because I know people are going to hear what I'm saying because we got interrupted. You want Micah Parsons on your team, but at the end of the day, this is not as bad of a move as people say. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna see.